I've got Kris and Ruby here right now, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through a little bit of the basic obedience training in regards to heeling, some walkthrough sits, and then some finishes, all right? Because these are very important pieces in regards to how we progress from this point to get the hunting dog to where we need to have him be, where we have all of the control that we could possibly want. So what I'm going to do, Kris, is I'm going to ask you a few questions about how you and she did this last week, okay, all right? To determine where you are with your guys' training in regards to how we may need to either adjust or add something new to your work, okay? So you had mentioned a little bit earlier that you'd been working on just your sits, like your leash snaps, I'm assuming. And with that, just to get your timing down and enough energy in the snap that she began to respect the verbal command that you were given, right? Okay, and that's kind of what we're looking for. We have to have a level of the intensity level of the snap needs to be enough that we don't scare the dog, but yet at the same time that she begins to respect the verbal command that you've used. And it's not always easy to accomplish that, is it? Sometimes it's a little bit tough to get it down consistently with what you want to do. So with that, why don't you, if you would for me, please, walk here a little bit and show me and combine your left and right hand turns like we talked about, and show me where you are with that so we can determine how her response is.
Okay. You want me to use the whistle?
Whatever, yeah, let's use the whistle, because when we just introduced that last week, the timing was just a little bit off. Let's see if maybe it hasn't got a little bit better. And I want to see how she responds to that. We want the same response from the whistle as what you were getting, as what we're getting from the verbal. Okay, so please show me what you got.
Heel. Good girl. That's my girl. Good girl. Heel. Heel.
Good effort. Nice bump. That was good timing on that bump. And good respect. Very nice. That's what I'm looking for. That is awesome. Good. You got a good whistle sit. Very good. And she sat down with good respect. And she's maintaining it. That's awesome.
She kind of flares out a little bit.
Yep.
And we've dealt with that before.
Right.
And it's an easy fix. Like
it is. It is going to be an easy fix. But until we can get to where we can actually refine that and get her to sit parallel with you, we need to have this kind of speed and this kind of commitment from her before we begin to adjust that. And we're going to get into that in just a little bit, because that's going to come back when we're, as we talked about last week, we were addressing the finish. Okay. I'm going to explain how I want you to look at that sit, how I want you to look at that so you get your timing down right. Okay. So let's walk again for me and practice a couple more of your left and right hand turns to get that momentum going in that whistle and the sit. All right?
Heel.
Got good concentration, doesn't she? She's watching your left leg very well. Good movement. She's balanced. She feels comfortable. Okay. Now what happened there? That sit wasn't quite as good.
No.
All right.
My intensity of my snap, I don't think was
awesome.
Very
good. Yes, very good. Good. And you're right. It was the intensity of the snap. It needed to be a little bit stronger. Now remember too that as we go through this week, as you're working on this, I need you to maintain that consistency all the time, no matter what. Okay. All right. So in your conscious mind, you've got to be thinking about that. Know that when you blow the whistle, you want her to set sharply, so that she can avoid the stimulation of that snap that you're going to give. Okay? All right.
Heel. Good girl.
That's a good move. You're not even using your snap at all to get the motion started. Way cool. Good bump. Good bump.
Good girl. Good girl. Heel.
That was awesome. Good timing. Good intensity. She sat down quickly. That's exactly what we're looking for. Perfect.